So let's talk about everything when it comes to split testing, especially the above the fold section, the headlines, leads, images, and so on. So let's start with the 80-20 rule of testing. So 80% of your conversion lift will come from testing just 20% of your page elements. The highest impact elements to test are headlines, lead sections, hero images, call to action buttons, and price presentations. Everything else is secondary. So the testing headlines that convert. So your headline is the first thing people see, obviously, and possibly the last if it doesn't connect. Here are the headline types that consistently get the highest engagements, and you can test between these depending on your product and the market. So a result-based headline, so the three-step system that brings in 200% more revenue for your business. Or a question headline. Who else wants to have lush, flawless hair? Curiosity headline. The weird, ancient mushroom recipe that can sharpen your memory by like 10 years. News style headline. So, new discovery shows how to relieve knee pain with just one simple like morning habit. And when testing the headlines, you can change the entire headline or just change one element in these headlines. So the benefit, the time frame, the mechanism, the pain point, or the curiosity factor. For example, you can write how to lose 20 pounds in 30 days without giving up carbs. Or you can change the objection, so without giving up carbs, without endless exercise, or without feeling hungry. Now the lead section testing. Your lead section needs to build momentum. Here are the key elements to test. So the opening paragraph, have a problem-focused start, story-based start, a news-style start, or a question-based start. Also the pacing, either short and punchy, longer and detailed, or a mixed approach. And the voice of your copy, so it's either direct and authoritative, friendly and conversational, or professional and clinical. Your lead's job is to keep them reading and test how quickly you transition to your solution. Now you can also do image testing, and you can test the hero image, the product in use. You can show a before and after, lifestyle shots, problem visualization, solution demonstration. So for example, let's say you're selling a knee massager, you can show a product on a person's knee. You can show like a knee, how before it's like maybe a bit twisted, inflamed, red, and then you'll show like how it's pain-free, highlighted in green. Lifestyle shots, maybe like take a photo of a happy elderly couple. Problem visualization, have like an elderly person grip their knee and like have their face look like they're in pain, and so on. Then the supporting images, so charts and graphs, process diagrams, product details, social proof screenshots, trust badges. You can also test having like video animations instead of images, and you can also test image placement, so above the fold, in line with benefits, next to testimonials, and near to call to actions. And what makes a good test is that the statistical significance, so enough traffic to be meaningful. So the more traffic you get, the more accurate the results. Have a clear winner loser based on the traffic, and the reproducible results. Now the meaningful difference. So test significantly different approaches. Don't test tiny variations. Test one thing, but don't have just a tiny variation, and look for the big wins first. And yeah, just like I just said, one variable at a time. So don't change multiple elements. Check with your testing and document your results. So at any time you can look back and see what works best and what has worked in the past and what hasn't worked. Based on what has and hasn't, you can choose what to test further. Now, some common testing mistakes to avoid is testing too many things at once, because if you test multiple things at once, you won't be able to tell which one exactly brought the new results. Not testing long enough. So let's say like you only get like 50 customers, and you get really good results, so you instantly like swap it to have it as your main variation. But turns out those 50, you got lucky and those first 50 people were just like ready to buy, or it was the right time of the day, and so on. And also making assumptions. So the market is the best decider of what works. So trust data, question your beliefs, and stay objective. And don't ignore the mobile results. Test on all devices, drop mobile versus desktop, and optimize for both. And the testing mindset you should have is to always be testing. Every page can be improved. Test big changes first, document everything, be patient with results, and learn from failures. And before deciding on a split test, you can think about what elements get the most attention, where do people drop off, what questions do customers ask, and what objections do you hear. And use these insights to guide your testing.